One Zambia, One Nation. Thank you for joining us on Zanis News. To present the news, my name is Faith Katai. The headlines. Zambia and Tanzania border expansion project set to commence this year. Government appeals to Egyptians to partner in water harvesting technology. Chief Kaputa instructs subjects to promote environmental sustainability. Kavinyambili multi-purpose cooperative in fish bumper harvest. The news in detail. Works for the construction of a new modern one-stop border facility at Nakonde border post in Muchinga province is set to commence this year. Two private developers have funded the border expansion project but are waiting for settlers to be compensated before the works can commence. This was revealed when Minister of Lands and Natural Resources Elijah Muchima met senior government officials at the District Commissioner's office in Nakonde yesterday. Details in the following report.
Nakonde district is one of Zambia's business centers, facilitating commerce. The district borders with Tunduma of the People's Republic of Tanzania and acts as an inlet and outlet of exports and imports. Government, through its cooperating partners, is in the process of modernizing infrastructure here, but unless the locals are fully compensated, the works will not commence. Lands and Natural Resources Minister Elijah Muchima learned about this development when he met senior government officials at the District Commissioner's office in Nakonde.
The people that are being displaced, the project-affected persons, there are some that I think there are still issues with their compensation, and if those issues are not resolved quickly, it might derail the project because there are strict timelines within which the donors have said we have to utilize the funds available to develop the border and to do the expansion. So my request to your officer is probably through your office we can get intervention so that the project-affected persons, whatever is owed to them is quickly settled and then they can be relocated and we can commence the works on the expansion of the border.
The minister said the matter will be addressed.
The infrastructure at the border, I'll discuss with the Honorable Mskotwani. Yes. And it's our idea of one border, one-stop border station, yes, everywhere.
As a result of the Central Business District being close to the border, the area is over-congested. This has propelled plans to relocate Nakonde CBD to a well-planned area.
Along Mbala Road, just after the junction, that's where we've planned it to be a town. That's where we are taking most of our activities, including the bus stop. It will go there. We want to take all the activities there because that area is well planned.
Wholeheartedly, government has embraced the relocation program.
It's to do with the LDF Land Development Fund. That money is meant to give to councils to open up areas in terms of electricity, roads, and water as well. Okay, it's not much, but we can give you not less than 2 million, 3 million, you can get.
Jane Simalumba Zanis, in Nakonde.
Mafinga Area Member of Parliament Robert Chabinga has called for quick remedial action at Bemba Bridge in Muyombe area. Mr. Chabinga, who is also leader of the opposition, made the passionate appeal to the Road Development Agency soon after assessing the situation at the bridge. Meanwhile, over 500 people are now stranded following impassable road and submerging of the Bemba Bridge. Miriam Kumwenda has the details.
Year in, year out, the Bemba Bridge in Muyombe area in Mafinga district of Muchinga province has continued to be a challenge for the people in the area who are sometimes cut off from the rest of the district. Even this year, the situation is the same, causing the people of Muyombe area to appeal to government to work on the bridge. We have been suffering since 2014 over this bridge. Let government hear us now. We are taking about 1 week or 2 weeks to cross this river. We find it difficult for our customers to reach on the other side of the river. Even patients is the same situation. We appeal to government to come to our aid. The area MP, Robert Charinga, could not hide his disappointment.
When we have been talking about the Isoka Myombe Road, these are the realities. So I think I'm so, even as area member of parliament, I'm heartbroken. Very heartbroken because this is an issue that I have engaged every office that I could. Every office I've gone to anywhere. I've met the PIS infrastructure, RDA, everyone that is involved on this member.
Mr. Charinga, who is also leader of the opposition, has since engaged RDA on the matter.
We can't even cross. We need to wait for the water levels to go down. And tomorrow we'll be launching the handing over the mortuaries at Myombe Hospital. I can't cross. We could have avoided this situation, Mr. Sinkonde. Remember, we wasted a lot of time in discussing negotiations, and really we can't have this. Right now, as I speak, there was a woman who had to give birth at the graveyard because they couldn't cross the lady. And it was, you can imagine on a maternal situation. I'm not really happy, and the situation is really dicey.
Miriam Kumwenda reporting for Zanis in Myombe area, Mafinga district.
Mongu Mayor Nyambe Muyumbana is impressed with the rehabilitation works that are currently underway at the Mongu Airport in Western Province. Government allocated 6.6 million kwacha to the airport for rehabilitation. Here is a report. A significant rehabilitation project is in full swing at the Mongu Airport in Mongu District of Western Province. Government, under the leadership of President Hakainde Hichilema, has allocated a total amount of 6.6 million kwacha to the airport for this project. The rehabilitation works started in October 2023 and are expected to complete by February 2024. I spoke with the site engineer, Joyce Nachinga.
The project is rehabilitation of Mongu Airport, which includes the perimeter fencing, renovation of the terminal building, control tower, and the fire and rescue. So for the renovations, the works included are the painting, the ceiling, the tiling. Also, there are some variations that have been included, such as aluminium works. For the perimeter fencing, we are also having graveling works.
Bangweta Matakala is the acting airport manager.
The corporation is also thinking that way, that maybe immediately after this, the completion of the rehabilitation, even new furniture will be delivered to Mongu Airport. That's what we propose. This is what we indicated to management to say it will look nice when Mongu Airport, if it will also be furnished with.
In addition to physical upgrades, the rehabilitation includes the installation of advanced baggage handling facilities. I spoke with Mongu Mayor Nyambe Muyumbana, who shed light on the broader significance of this rehabilitation effort.
You know that the new Dawn government came into power on the premise of developing all the areas of the country. So the project that is here, we are talking about a 6.6 million kwacha that has been set aside or injected into this particular project. And so as a local leader, we get concerned when there are such projects, as we are the eyes of the president. And so that's why we are here today. And I want to say that we are happy with what we found. The contractor is on course within the work schedule. Of course, we've been briefed that there have been some variations, and that's what will make the project push a bit to about March.
A well-functioning airport not only facilitates tourism, but also supports trade and business activities, contributing to the overall development of Mongu and Western Province. Namakao Kayombo, Zanis, Western Province. Choma Local Authority is impressed with the improved infrastructure at Katumbi Rural Health Post and the construction of a staff house at Mutanga Clinic done at a cost of 650,000. Choma District Commissioner Gamela Sikalea says the developmental projects are in line with the President's Hakainde Hichilema's vision of enhancing access to quality health for all Zambians. Details in this report.
Access to quality health care was far-fetched for these residents of Mbabaras Muntanga Ward in Choma district. Over the years, residents used this makeshift structure as a clinic here at Katumbi, which has since collapsed, making the provision of health care almost impossible, especially for expectant mothers and children. Worse still, the road network made this facility hard to reach. But now, this challenge has been relegated to the past, as government, through the Constituency Development Fund (CDF), has constructed modern clinic structures and 2 staff houses at Katumbi and the Muntanga clinics.
So kwarunga bamaga intujindi jahura kwakali penzi maningi mukukarari mitoka hoja na mugua iwaka ho amba kwamba kuti pepe wakahoyetera waro kwamba kuti muji kutomu mbe waho tupangira igandaka omumuganda mwatwari kupimina basimada arimwe avana kuwenga agaga hurumende turirumbide mburimbo yatujitira twabanganda mpati njirya ni hurumende aya munesi njei so ingatwarumba maningi kububo tumbo yatujitira hurumende twazwa mujibi omumoto akabede.
And as you can see, the roads are not so accessible, and this has given an opportunity to the local people here to have a health facility nearby.
Choma Mayor Javen Smologa and Choma District Commissioner Gamera Sigalea, who are currently conducting a joint monitoring of CDF projects in Babara constituents, are happy to see President Hakainde Hichilema's vision on provision of quality health care being actualized.
Answering to the President's call, not only the President's call, the people's call. The people in the rural area equally want to have access to good health. This is one classical example, and a lot more that we have in the district.
Now, people who are saying that there is no development, I think it's either there are two things. Either they are doing it out of malice or ignorance. Because for me, we have done what it takes in 2 years. Because Choma district alone, I think if you look at the maternity annex, staff houses, they are just a lot.
Gift Banji, Zanis, in Choma, Southern Province.
Muchinga Province Minister Henry Sikazwe has appealed to the Egyptian African Business Association and its partners to consider collaborating with Muchinga Province on the use of water harvesting technology. Mr. Sikazwe says Muchinga Province is aware that Egypt is advanced in using smart agriculture technology, and of interest is the water harvesting techniques. The minister was speaking during the second edition of the Egyptian African Business Association held yesterday in Cairo, Egypt.
The Zambian-Egyptian Business Day second edition meeting has successfully been held in Cairo with a call for collaboration. During the meeting, the Egyptian African Business Association chairman, Yosle Shakiwi, says the association is ready to partner with the Republic of Zambia and Muchinga Province in particular in attaining development in all the sectors.
So are ready together to move up with Zambia, because I believe Zambia one of our very friendly partner in Africa, and I'm happy to see today Zambia Chamber of Commerce by the samples of products, especially in mining products. So it's very promising to our collaboration.
And Muchinga Province Minister Henry Skazwe, in his speech during the meeting, appealed to the Egyptian African Business Association and its cooperating partners to consider investing in Muchinga Province.
Muchinga Province is an agrarian region and produces a lot of raw materials. Muchinga Province is aware that Egypt is advanced in using smart agriculture technology, and of interest is water harvesting technique. It is therefore our earnest appeal that Egyptian African Business Association and its partners will consider collaborating with Muchinga Province and share information.
Muchinga Province Assistant Director Mata Kamenda informed the delegates that the traditional leadership has been engaged to ensure land is available for investors.
The provincial administration has already engaged traditional leadership in our province who are already willing to give land to any investor that would come and invest in the province, and has also mentioned all the processes that will be required for any investor to come and acquire land.
So despite the availability of land, the challenge that we are having is infrastructure and availability of water outside the rain season. If we're going to do farming, that is outside the rain season. Cheap labor is an advantage to an investor.
During the meeting, the Zambian delegation from Muchinga Province also showcased some of the natural resources the province boasts of. Pamela Inamba reporting for Zanis in New Cairo, Egypt.
More stories to come after the break. Stay tuned.
Kodi kolera ndi chani?
Kolera ndi matenda othulula. Munthu amene adwala matenda ya kolera amathulula kwambiri ndi kusanza. Dothi lake limakhala ngati madzi momwe atsukira mpunga. Ndipo munthu odwala kolera, madzi mthupi lake amatha kamba kakuti iye amachoka kwambiri kupyolera mkusanza ndi kuthulula kwambiri. Munthu odwala kolera angamwalire m'maola 12 kaya kuti 12 hours ngati sanalandire mwamsanga thandizo la mankhwala.
Kodi munthu angatengere motani matenda a kolera?
Kumwa madzi adothi, kudya zakudya ndi m'manja mosasamba mwadothi kapena kugwiritsa ntchito mbale zotsukiwa ndi madzi adothi. Kudya zakudya zimene zinangosiwa mosasamala posabwinikira. Kudya zakudya zozizira zachimbala zimene sizinasungiwa bwino. Kudya zakudya zimene amagulitsa mphepete mwa misewu. Kudya zipatso ndi ndiwo zamasamba zosatsuka.
Kodi kolera ingachinjiriziwe?
Gadusani madzi anu akumwa kapena kugwiritsa ntchito chlorine. Sambani m'manja ndi madzi aukhondo ndi sopo mukamaliza kugwiritsa ntchito chimbudzi. Funditsani zakudya mukalibe kuyamba kudya. Osadya zakudya zimene zimagulitsiwa mphepete mwa misewu. Muyenera kubwinikira zakudya kuopetsa kuti ntchentche zingakakeko. Nthawi zonse muyenera kugwiritsa ntchito chimbudzi. Pewani kugwiritsa ntchito machemba kapena maplastiki ngati chimbudzi. Onani kuti dothi litayiwa mchimbudzi. Nthawi zonse onani kuti zimbudzi zikhala zaukhondo ndipo nthawi zonse pambowa wa chimbudzi chanu pazikhala pobwinikira bwinobwino. Okubweretsani uthenga uyu ndi aunduna wa zaumoyo.
The Rotary Club of Kasama has partnered with an American-based organization to source for medical equipment for Kasama General Hospital. This follows a special request by hospital management for medical supplies to the neonatal ward, which was adopted by the club. Join Nkwetongo Chef for more in this story.
It was officially opened in 1978 and currently provides medical care services to people from across Northern Province. With time, Kasama General Hospital has faced a number of challenges owing to increased population and old equipment. One of the units that is in dire need of medical supplies is the neonatal ward.
Challenges with equipment is nature, and also involves the management of oxygen and air in the premature babies. We don't have enough sedations. Oxygen concentrators, we don't have enough. The suction machines, we don't have enough. The monitor, cardiac monitors, we don't have enough. Even the cord bed.
The Rotary Club of Kasama, which has adopted the neonatal ward, has since engaged some partners to source some medical equipment.
Took it upon ourselves as a club to
partner with Rotary Club of Malua, and of course to find partners overseas. Fortunately enough, we found people that are willing to help the hospital, so they've come to do the assessment. There's a lot that we can do as a community and with the government together.
It's one of the key areas where we want to provide services, health. So with that, we have targeted four major hospitals in Zambia. That's the University Teaching Hospital, Lady Mwanawasa Hospital, Kasama General Hospital, and Arthur Davidson Children's Hospital in Ndola.
And an assessor from Project Cure, an American-based organization, highlighted the importance of the visit to the hospital.
We just need to go and assess that the hospitals are capable of utilizing the equipment that's being sent. We assess what the caseload is there and where the needs are. And we assess kind of where exactly our equipment would fit to make sure that we send the right materials.
Nkweto Ngoshe for Zanis in Kasama.
Chief Kaputa of the Tabwa people of Kaputa district has instructed his subjects to promote environmental sustainability in the wake of climate change. The traditional leader who held a sensitization meeting with his subjects in Chabotet village says there is need to guard against the increasing indiscriminate cutting down of trees in the district. Raymond Chalata gives us more in this report.
Chief Kaputa of the Tabwa people of Kaputa district has taken time to interact with his subjects. The traditional leader, who held a meeting in Chiwote village of Kapulo ward, raised a number of important issues such as environmental conservation and gender-based violence, among others.
Ubuteko bwa mipera mosquito net, you are free through the Ministry of Health, mosquito net. Mwasarapo ukushitisha. Mwayashia mosquito net. Na mwasarapo ukupanga filefya kuikatira mwesa. Nga mwamu kuikatesa, mwaikatira kumona mani. Ina mashali pwede kuno, we put in a lot of effort kulega food station, chibwede nama. Namba mukwite mwakwenu kabi twalitampa futi amawaye. Mulya mukwikata inama. Bambi mulya bomfya nemfuti. So aba fyashi dimbi balalekera kofi. Apa pene eponkwati bya kaliro. Asangu shomwana ni business opportunity. Mwana te business opportunity. Mwana wakutuma kwisa kuskolo.
And government officials who were present at the meeting also used the opportunity to sensitize the community on developmental issues.
Mwasai na ma forms mwewa ite na ma women ma cooperatives mwa pantanji because cooperative te a fisi pufie. I am a Shoprite twakwata ma pick and pay ma big companies Zambif ma cooperatives ya. So na ifwewe ne kuno twali kwata potential.
Namba pamulandu wakuwamfye nshira ishakona ola. Na pamulandu wako kana konka ichibindo. Evo kwa isaba nomba nokuposa mwesa bimumwero. Nga kwa bokuposa mwesa bichire pirwa kwa batikanshi tatulesunga bwinesa.
Raymond Chalata reporting for Zanis in Kaputa district, Northern Province.
Government says illegal logging is a complex issue that demands a comprehensive and interdisciplinary approach, as it is not merely a challenge for law enforcement. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Green Economy and Environment, Dauti Chibamba, said sustainable forestry management is at the heart of government efforts. Mr. Chibamba said this when he officially opened the Zambia Illegal Logging Law Enforcement Workshop in Chilanga District today. More in the following report.
Illegal logging not only contributes to enhanced climate challenges but also threatens wildlife. In this regard, government is collaborating with the United States Forest Service to help combat illegal logging for a resilient and sustainable future.
Government recognizes the critical importance of Zambia's forests and natural resources for the people of this country, for biodiversity, and for livelihoods. But we do also recognize the challenges that you face in managing these resources. You have many borders, many bordering countries. You have porous borders. We've talked about some of this already this morning. As you know, the U.S. government is committed to addressing sustainable forest management and illegal natural resource crime in country. So investments in alternatives to charcoal, working with some of our colleagues here today from Wildlife Crime Prevention on the wildlife crime side. It's great to have them there.
Government has emphasized an interdisciplinary approach to combating illegal logging.
This collaboration signifies a coming together of diverse expertise, experiences, and resources dedicated to addressing one of the most pressing challenges of our time, and that is illegal logging. Illegal logging is not merely a challenge for law enforcement, it is a complex issue that demands a comprehensive interdisciplinary approach. Therefore, today's gathering represents the recognition that protecting our forests and combating illegal activities within them requires the collective efforts of government bodies, environmental agencies, law enforcement agencies, and international collaborators.
Shilika Chawalengula for Zanis in Chilanga.
Kavinyambili Multipurpose Cooperative in Gatete District in Eastern Province has harvested 2,000 fish from its fish ponds, established through the support of the Zambia Integrated Forest Landscape Project. This is the second harvest recorded since inception of the cooperative, which aims at making aquaculture fisheries development a viable and sustainable venture for cooperatives. Let's take a look at this report.
Kavinyambili Multipurpose Cooperative has vowed not to relent in its fish farming business, even after its funder, the Zambia Forest Landscape Project, pulls out.
That we realized the previous sale, we had reinvested it. We shared with the community part of it, according to what we had. The community benefited out of that sum. Then we plowed back into another pond. This is the money that we are again utilizing as our capital. We don't want it to completely finish. The idea is to extend, expand, and then you do what we can eventually. So we are soliciting for more funds because business is a tug of war. It goes up, it goes down, but the idea is we don't want it to phase out. We don't want it to die. So we are sustaining by a lot of activities that we may push back into this money, into this program.
The cooperative has now taken it upon itself to train young people to ensure sustainability.
Kusomba nafunzira kuwadiatsera somba naweza mbili madiatsera ndi nakwira somba na namba pachavera nakwira zichasoyamba ndive nakwirako napa nakwirako nayakalepo nayanga fishpond.
And the Agriculture Camp Extension Officer appealed to other cooperatives to diversify into fish farming.
Other cooperators, I think it's better to diversify because sometimes crops might fail. But if you venture into fish farming, you need just water, which you can be supplementing the fish pond, and then you can be having income throughout the year, other than just depending on rain-fed crops, which sometimes with the climate change problem and pests and diseases which have come to stay with us, crops might not do well.
Hope Walia, Gatete District, Eastern Province.
We take our final break. More stories when we return. Stay tuned.
Hena korera ninzi korera bulwazi bwa kusomwana imuntu ujiswa bulwazi bwa korera ulasomwana kuluka kapati itubi tulamenda menda manji imulwazi ulangwanyo takapati agambwa kumana kwa menda mubiri imulwazi iwa korera wenga wahwa umawola alo ali 12 gombo kutita jana busirisi buli kaboto hena munzira iri buti muntu bwagwanya kujana bulwazi bwa korera igunywa menda alo atabikibyo musamu ja tusunda na menda aje sitombe ikudya chakulya chalo ikupereha manza atasahigwa ikaputo na ikupereha mitima na himwi yalo atasahigwa amimusamu na mwamenda ajisi imusamu walo jatuzunda. Ikudya chakulya chitawunikidwe chalo chakhalwa nzinini. Ikudya chakulya chitontola chalo chalekekwa na chajilo chalo chenero tichayopotoka potho. Ikudya chakulya chamumazira. Ikudya imichelo na chihumani chalo chatasahigwa kapotho. Hena munzira kuti munthu mbwakweha ukapita pulukasi mwa kolera. Ikupona masimpe kuti wapakwananganya kapotho menda akunywa ikuinda mukupona masimpe kuti ajikwa na ikupikho musamu wa chlorine. Amusambe mumanze eno kupereha nsipa na menda apikidwe musamu uja tuzunda mwamana kupereha chimbuzi. Amuchisipike na kuchikasaha ichakudya kamthana akuchidya. Amuhunike ichakudya chindi chonse ikuthekwa kuti chitakhalwe nzinini. Muthali ichakudya chakuwera mumazira. Amuperehe ichimbuzi chindi chonse. Amulitanthamune mukupereha igumbuli na tupepa twa plastic mukusowa thupi. Ambone masimpe kuti thupi twasogwa na ikupikhwamo chimbuzi. Ambone masimpe kuti chimbuzi chindi chonse kachisalala na kachihunikidwe. Oyimulumbe walethu kulindunye abamuthabulanga nyansepa mujisi.
Government, through the Ministry of Livestock and Fisheries, has procured 5 motorbikes for the Department of Livestock in Namwala District to boost extension services. Namwala District Commissioner Ephraim Shandavu says the procured motorbikes will ease transportation of drugs for vaccination of livestock against diseases. Details in the following report.
The implementation of livestock extension activities in Namwala District has been facing a lot of challenges in terms of reaching out to livestock farmers. To address some of these challenges, government has procured 5 motorbikes in Phase 1 through the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock to enhance livestock extension services in 5 agricultural veterinary camps. Namwala District has a population of over 150,000 heads of cattle, according to the last livestock census.
Of His Excellency Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, colleagues, has listened to our plea and delivered these beautiful motorbikes for the use in our duties to serve all the farmers and ensure that the livestock industry is sustained.
Namwala Council Chairperson Abel Monga has expressed happiness that the gesture is a fulfillment of government desire to grow the livestock sector.
District Commissioner, when we were campaigning, we told these people that we are going to improve transportation because the cry of the vet assistant was transportation. Wherever we went, today, the New Dawn government is fulfilling what we were campaigning.
Representative of the Livestock Extension Officers has held government for improving their work environment.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the New Dawn administration under the able leadership of His Excellency President Hakainde Hichilema for this wonderful gesture. Today we are witnessing the handover ceremony of 5 motorbikes, the Department of Veterinary, Namwala.
The procurement of the 5 motorbikes for livestock extension services is a milestone in ensuring that livestock extension services are closer to the community. Wailinda Piri reporting for Zanis in Namwala District of Southern Province.
The government has pledged commitment towards upholding the Biological Weapons Convention. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation has since reaffirmed Zambia's resolve to the ideals of the convention. Speaking during the official opening of the National Awareness Workshop on the Biological Weapons Convention in Lusaka today, Zambia Mine Action Center Director Susiku Akapelwa said collective effort, both locally and internationally, to address the challenges is required. Mr. Akapelwa said the consequences of the use of the biological weapons are devastating to human health. Speaking at the same event, United Nations Office for Disarmament Affairs, Project Coordinator and Legal Affairs, said the UN system will support Zambia in ensuring that the convention is domesticated. Meanwhile, Deputy Canadian High Commissioner to Zambia, Jenny Hill, said that the country is in total support of Zambia's peace and security efforts. Zambia assented to the Biological Weapons Convention in 2008. As we end the news, we take a look at the stories that made headlines. Zambia and Tanzania border expansion project set to commence this year. Government appeals to Egyptians to partner in water harvesting technology. Chief Kaputa instructs subjects to promote environmental sustainability. Kavinyambili multi-purpose cooperative in fish bumper harvest. That's all we packaged for you on Zanis News. This has been Faith Katai on behalf of the entire Zanis production team. Remember, we are one Zambia, one nation.